All right, guys, on today's episode, we recapped my unbelievable weekend of golf. We also talked about something I've never done at a wedding before. You're going to want to stay tuned for that one. We also talked about the biggest hacks to jeopardize another four-man team's round in a scramble tournament. Stay tuned for this one. It's going to be a good one.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 88 of the Double Bogey Show. We're back in the studio. I'm back from a 40-man scramble. We're back from golfing 18 holes and shooting a couple videos.
I'm fucking shot, dude.
I'll tell you what, though. Today was a great day. Today, weather-wise, overcast. I think we each had one drink, which is, kind of unlike us, but also...
I had 3. Well, so we were working. And Matt's still chipper.
You left early, and you know what he did after that?
You start boozing?
No, I had two drinks.
What tab did you put that on?
Well, okay, one of them was I had a Smirnoff Ice. I accidentally iced myself because I went in a certain pocket to get golf balls, and there was just an ice in there.
In your own bag?
Yeah, I think I had it to like ice someone for a special occasion, but then I just kind of ended up wanting it, so I just drank it.
Wait.
You drank a piss warm.
It wasn't that
Smirnoff
warm.
Ice.
It wasn't cold. It's in your golf
It definitely
bag.
wasn't cold, no, but it wasn't like hot.
Did you take a knee and chug it?
No, I just sipped it casually.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone casually sip a Smirnoff Ice, especially
they're
warm.
A good drink.
They're not good.
You don't like them?
There's a reason.
You don't just buy a Smirnoff Ice to sip on.
Yeah, there's a reason they turned into memes because they're ass.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have had one in a while.
I have.
Who hurt you?
We were icing each
A
other
lot
at
of
the
people.
bachelor party last weekend. We were reliving our college days.
Okay.
Except you are just casually drinking it as an adult.
Yeah. I'm reliving my college days in a certain other way.
Alone.
Yeah, by myself on the middle of a Tuesday.
Okay.
I didn't see you sipping a Smirnoff Ice.
It was like hole 3.
Wait. From the first video this morning?
Yeah. Because I lost so many balls so early.
Yeah.
I think I lost legitimately 20 balls today.
Why didn't you ice somebody else?
Because no one else is gonna do an ice on the middle of a Tuesday.
Jade would have been a heartbeat.
Jade
You
would've.
think?
Oh, yeah.
I thought about doing it.
Dude.
Yeah.
I should have then maybe, but I don't know. I also didn't know if there was gonna be a Bev Car girl going around that day, and it was warm enough, and I was already just playing like shit, so I just kind of figured
Anyway,
to switch lanes.
while we're on the Matt train, your last take about the 18th hole being the easiest got absolutely throttled.
I think there's so many golfers who want me off this page right now that is just unbelievable. Especially tomorrow when they see the first 9-hole course review and just see how bad I play. I think they're going to be gunning for my job. You guys might be getting some resumes sent in.
Sorry to break this to you, but we already have.
Okay.
No shit.
I've been looking through them. I so far you're safe. Okay.
No good candidates?
None yet.
Okay.
Okay, well,
But
anyway.
I should be brushing up on mine a little bit too, probably.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
You got throttled for your take in saying the 18th hole is one of the easiest holes in the course. Now, I believe I agreed with you to an extent, but I want to recant my statement. Not because the people told me to.
Wow.
Nope.
What a hero.
Not because the people told me to, but because in my mind, I believe the 18th hole is the most beautiful hole in the course.
Yeah.
Purposely, because they leave you with a good feeling when you walk off the 18th hole because it's, this scenic view, whatever. That's what you remember. That's what they want you to remember when you're leaving that course. But in terms of difficulty level, I wasn't really thinking about that when I was thinking about your hot take. So I would not say it's the easiest. If it was the easiest, it would be the number 18 handicap, which it's not always the number 18 handicap.
Right.
So I want to disagree with you a little bit on that, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out into the world.
Pull that scorecard from behind you. I want to see what 18 is on there.
I don't know. Do you?
Oh, no. It was only 9 holes.
Did you disagree with me last week when we talked about that?
A little. I didn't fully disagree with you. I said it's the feature hole.
You guys are cowards.
Feature hole.
I mean, you can roll the tape back.
You guys are leaving me out there to dry right now.
Because the reason I bring that up, 40-man scramble. I said, what did I say, 32-man scramble?
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
40-man scramble. 10 teams. 10 tee times. No shotgun start either.
Did you win?
I'll get there, Tyler. What I was kind of disappointed about was the first tee box was kind of out of the way from like the range where everyone was warming up at. So you didn't have the other 36 guys. If you were the first group off, you didn't have the other 36 guys watching you, which is kind of a disappointment. I think that would have been kind of fun. But yeah, so last weekend, college buddy of mine got married, and same thing we did for his younger brothers who got married a couple years ago. We did a massive 4-man scramble. This year we had 40 guys. 8 a.m. start. It was chilly out, and we were playing a links course, so it was a little bit windy, a little bit chilly. And overall, the thing was awesome. I got paired up, or I was in the foursome of 3 of my other college buddies, which was a great time. One of them is like an assistant golf pro down in Arizona. He can swing them. He's decent. And
he
the other
should be if he's an assistant golf pro.
Yeah, more on the business side though. He's not going to be giving lessons or anything like that.
Okay.
And then one of the other guys was, he'll probably shoot low 90s, mid 90s every time. And then the other guy, you always get one of these guys on your team. I was riding in a car with him, and if he's listening to this, there's no disagreeing here. He was not great.
Struggled to make contact bad.
Great.
He was me today.
But here's the thing, Tyler. I asked him, I said, how many times have you played golf this year?
This is his first time.
He said 0.
Yeah.
I said, well, what the fuck do you expect then?
Jeez.
Again.
Was he upset?
No, but he tried to justify every bad shot he took. And I had to hear about it in the cart every single time. Love the guy to death. But when you try and justify bad shots, every single bad shot, I don't need to hear that. Just pick your club up from the club throw, put it in the bag, and let's move on.
He was tossing clubs?
Multiple times.
Oh, no, buddy.
Multiple times. But on hole number 1,
just start drinking.
He did save us on a birdie. Let me get to that, Tyler. He did save a huge birdie putt on hole number 1 to put us 1 under. Now, you might want to tell him, well, hey, maybe you should get a couple drinks in you. Well, the bev cart didn't get to us until hole 13.
Oof.
Unacceptable.
So, you just start at 8 a.m.
Yeah, so is there a specific time that bev carts start running?
I think they roll out at 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you have a pre-10 a.m. tee time, make sure you get some drinks at the clubhouse.
Pack a cooler.
Pack a cooler.
Get the 6-pack cooler deal from the clubhouse.
Yes, it seems like every course has a 6-pack cooler deal.
Every single course. Today, they swindled me into buying an extra drink. There was 5 of us. Well, 5 people wanted beers. Like, you get 1 more. It's the same price. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to throw it on there then.
Well, so they didn't swindle you to buy one.
They helped me.
They gave it to you for free.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
So they were doing us a solid, which they always do. So the first 9 holes, we went birdie, par, 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 birdie.
Nice.
So we were 2 under the front. What was sick though was the morale of this group was on another level. Nobody was touching our team morale. We were making even if we made like a solid par putt, we were jumping up and down. We were ripping. We weren't ripping shirts off.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say shots. I was like,
no.
That's good.
Bev cart again, hole 13. We didn't get a shot till hole 13.
You can sneak a couple on. That's fine.
And then one of the funnest holes, par 5, is the number 1 handicap on the hole. We're 235 out, stuck one on the green for a second shot. Missed the eagle putt, and then after that we took a shot because that's when the bev cart showed up. We ended up 6 under on the day.
So back 9 was good.
Back 9 was solid. We went par on number 10, and then we birdied the next 4, and then we parred out.
Nice.
But what I'm getting at is the 18th hole. Now, we had challenges. We had closest to pin. We had longest drive, all that kind of stuff. The 18th hole was longest putt made on the green. The longest putt made on the green, Matt, was 4 feet.
Holy
because
shit.
That's how difficult the green was.
Okay. So I'm just completely wrong because of this one instance.
I'm just backing my word up with what I experienced last weekend.
Okay. I read some of the TikTok comments myself, and there was a lot of people that disagreed with me.
Yeah.
I still think maybe it's just me. Maybe my personal best just comes out on the 18th hole. Maybe I could be that.
It could be.
It's just a thought that I'm putting out.
It could be.
There.
Yeah. No, and I'm glad you put it out there. I mean, it got good views.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Every time I express an opinion on the internet, it usually does not go in my favor.
Just keep saying outrageous shit, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, Saturday afternoon was the phone would not stop ringing. I had a shipping company that would not stop calling me.
Oh, I remember this story. I got called too. Not by the shipping company, but by your merch guys.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
For what?
They needed help.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, this was an unbelievable situation. So we're on like hole 2 or 3, and I get a call from the shipping company asking if anyone will be in tomorrow, which tomorrow would have been Saturday. And I didn't really want to talk to them because no one was going to be here anyway. Luckily, there was. So I just assumed I knew what the shipment was, and I like just said put it outside. And the wind was blowing. I was so dialed into the round. I didn't want to talk to them. So I basically just hung up on them. Said, you figure it out. Because they had the address, right? They had all that good stuff. Just drop it outside. And I'll tell you what, we talked about something that will ruin the round. The shipping company, they called me 4 times after that, and I kept muting it. And then they somehow started texting me. And I'm like, just drop it outside. It turns out there was 75 cases of water that wasn't even supposed to go to us.
Yeah.
But the reason we got so mumbo jumbled up was because this specific type of water was delivered the day before. And now they're like, hey, we have another delivery for this. I'm like, okay, we already got some. We don't need this.
Well, first of all, we don't need water, period. We have a water fountain with a water bottle filler.
We're trying
also,
to save the
who
environment.
drinks water in this office?
Exactly. I mean, if
it
you're
doesn't
not
have
drinking caffeine
or alcohol, we're not drinking it.
Yeah. So that kind of, it didn't ruin my Saturday, but I was like, I couldn't.
That's annoying.
It was
I was trying to focus. I was trying to focus on the course.
And then your merch guys call me. I was also on a course.
Yeah.
Different type of course, mini golf.
Ooh,
They're
okay.
like, hey, can you help us unload these 9,000 cases of water?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
I was like, sorry, I'm on hole 4 right now.
Yeah. I had enough of it. So we went 6 over on the day. It was unbelievable. We made some massive birdie putts. There was a couple 20 footers that we made.
Hell yeah.
And it was typically the 4th guy. There was the number 2 handicap hole. It was this huge dog leg left. We put one like in the middle, and then we both hit the bunker. And then the first 3 of us tried getting out of the bunker, couldn't. So we told the 4th guy to putt it. So he putts it out of the bunker.
Hell yeah.
Just gets like up by the fringe. So we're chipping in for par. 4th guy chips in for par.
Holy shit.
Saves the par with a
That
chip
had
in.
to have been electric.
Oh my God. I didn't have a voice after that. It was so much fun.
The best too is in scrambles when you know the group's around you, yelling a little extra loud so they can hear you.
Just to get in their head a little bit.
And I could tell that the other groups weren't having as much fun as we were, which kind of felt good.
You sucked it out of them by being so energetic yourselves. Hot tip for anyone in a scramble. If you know the group in front of you or the group behind you, cheer even when nothing happens. It definitely gets in the other group's heads.
100%.
Then they're going to try some shots that they're just not, they don't have that capability.
They're like, oh
just
shit,
throws out their whole game.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we got to catch up now. Those guys are playing really good.
They must have just hit an eagle or something like that.
Yeah, you got to start playing mind games at some point.
If you were going to mess with other golfers at a scramble, like the yelling thing is great, but also send them shots all the time. Like you buy shots as soon as the bev cart comes around, you get yourself a beer, you send the other group shots.
Well, now there is something to that. If I would say, oh God, that's tough.
Well, then when you
because that's breaking the bank, Tyler. Like the shots they're not cheap.
Yeah.
So you really have to make sure that these shots are going to derail their round.
There's no price on winning. You always give them shitty shots. Don't send them something that's easy to take. Like I want to send them 4 shots of straight Kharkov.
Oh God.
The warmest ones they have.
And then I want you to tell them, always lie to the bev cart girl about your score too. It's like, hey, you send them these shots, tell them we're 8 under.
Nice.
So then they're like, oh, they're not actually 8 under. What are they? And then they start thinking about it. The wheels are turning, and it's just more mental warfare.
Yeah. And I think obviously on top of that, we already talked about this, but just getting overly excited with the group, even if you just made a bogey putt, but just so they know that their blinders are on, they're not thinking about your score, and they're probably beating you. They're gonna have to turn it up eventually.
Yep.
Let those screams echo through the course. My go-to is always wait and see how they finish. And like when their balls like hit the green or something, like do a little point and laugh or something like that, and then say nothing, and then just walk back to your group.
Nice.
Get them thinking like, oh shit, like they must be doing really good if a shot like, because even if it was a great shot, like even if the shot like that wasn't good enough to impress them, then they must be doing really good. Do you ever ask them what their score is, and then when they ask, just don't tell them? I've done that one before.
I always just say it's
Ooh, I
better.
like
I
that.
would just say it's better.
Yeah, it's like, I will be like, that's pretty good. And then just never
Yeah.
never tell them what you actually have.
Damn, 7 under. Yeah,
That's a
we were
good
8.
start.
That's
That's a good
really
start.
good, man. But we were 8 under.
I like that.
Yeah, we played well.
That's a good move.
Got it. We missed an eagle putt too. We should have been 9 under. It was just like, yeah, it was a crazy situation.
Yeah, we all 4 of us missed a 6-foot eagle putt. Damn it.
I know. Isn't that like the round has just been tough for us?
It's all uphill.
You know what I like to do? I like to take the longest drive closest to pin. I like to take it and put my name on it and then just put it right next to the hole or like 400 yards down the fairway.
Just
Genuinely cheat.
totally fucks the game.
I know. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually do that.
Like, damn.
What would be funny though is if you marked it with a T or something where it actually was, and then you went and moved it out another 50 yards on longest drive or something,
Mm-hmm.
and just to fuck with the guys in front of you. But then obviously give them a call and tell them, hey, it's back at the T at the 150 yard marker.
Yeah.
That's actually a great move.
Or you move it so the group behind you sees it, and then you circle back and move it back to where it really was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah. Yep.
And back to the shot thing too. You can put the little plastic shooters in the hole so that they find it when they eventually get to the hole.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, 'cause that or smearing off ice, something like that. Something that.
Well, we don't want anyone to just sit there and sip on it. So,
Well, it's a completely different circumstance, at least in my worldview.
the group that won it, they finished 8 under. The kicker is they had 5 guys. So I don't know how many strokes that warrants off of their score because they had essentially had, probably 80 some extra shots.
Yeah.
If the one guy would have shot an 80 something. So we ended up taking second place. It was a good time. And then Saturday morning we woke up before the wedding because me and my buddy who rode down, we weren't in the wedding, so we were just chilling till then. Got a quick 9 at a sweet course. And it couldn't have gone any worse. At that point,
all the mojo was used up the day before.
Yeah, at that point, it was just like, dude, let's just get some swings in. We didn't even keep score.
Yeah.
That's all. And then our first is just him and I. We made 1 par between the both of us. That was hole number 9. I parred a par 3.
Oof.
So it was a tough round. Got a lot of swings in those 2 days. I'll tell you what. When I woke up on Saturday, even Sunday morning, man, was I sore.
Oh, I believe it.
I feel like at age 28, 29 is when the body starts to break down from golfing a little bit too much. The hips start to get sore. The lower back gets tight. And now I understand why old people have the swings that they do, because if they've been golfing for 30 years, imagine the stress that puts on your hips.
Oh, yeah. Think about all of the tiny backswings. It's not because they have to do that. It's because, or not because they want to do that. It's because they have to.
What age do you think the game of golf, what age do you think you have to be at for the game of golf to start breaking your body down?
I'm 27, so 27.
How about you, Matt?
I think I'll be good until 35, until it's like a war of attrition, until I'm going into a weekend okay, I need to
You say you have 8 more years of not being sore?
I mean, I get sore a little bit, but breaking down.
Another hot
There's a
take on the
difference.
internet for Matt. I mean, dude, I couldn't
I
even
foam roll pretty much every night.
I would take a 5-minute drive in my
foam roller.
Oh yeah,
I'd take a 5-minute drive and my lower back would be shot
really?
because my hips that contributes to the lower back. And I was stretching in the hotel room. I never stretch. I'm like, dude, if you want to keep playing this game, you have to get your body figured out.
Yeah, I also don't take care of myself either.
I don't either.
You guys also actually played sports in high school. I just kind of watched from the sideline. So you have a lot of extra
No, you got a couple
mileage.
catches.
I have 1 varsity, 1 JV.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Couple catches.
Didn't get touched on either one of them either.
Hell
Damn
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So you guys have extra mileage on your body that I do not have.
Yeah, it's that's kind of this last weekend was kind of when it really set in.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we played an 18-hole scramble. It's not like I was taking
Hack after hack.
yeah,
after
exactly.
hack.
So it really kind of disappointed me.
Yeah.
It disappointed me and my body that it's starting to break down at age 28.
But
Yeah.
you were also I'm sure you were dancing some at the wedding. I'm sure it's you're
This
you're
was
moving
Saturday
around.
morning.
Oh, already.
This was
So-
before the wedding.
So you weren't busting a move at the wedding dance.
I busted a little bit of a move and
a singular move.
yes. So I keep going on, I keep rambling, but I think there's a lot of good context to this weekend. Now, this wedding on Saturday was at a golf course. It was at Saturday, they had like a wedding venue inside. And one of my buddies who I hadn't seen in years from college, he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, you want to go play that hole out there?" It's about 8:15, 8:20, like golden hour. I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go play that hole. So he's like, "Yeah, I got my sticks in the car. I'll grab a driver, an 8-iron, a 56 degree, and a putter." It was a 315-yard par 4. And he grabbed 6 balls. We each played 3 of them. We demolished drives, basically right down the middle of the fairway. And if you slice a ball, it's going right into the wedding venue. So I would say that was like one of the highlights of the weekend, was just randomly going out to play a hole at the wedding when things, people are kind of just mingling around. We went out, we saw the last group come through. We went out and we played 3 balls off that hole. I think I went par, bogey with the 3 balls.
That's not bad.
But if you're at a wedding with a golf course, do not forget to bring your golf clubs.
Just in case.
Because there's going to be a time in that wedding when you're like, "Oh man, it'd be really nice to play that course." Well, you know what? Clubs are in the car.
So did you have to go like pay for the hole, or did you just say fuck it?
The last group had gone through. There was nobody behind them. So we just walked out there, started hitting balls. We played the hole, played 3 balls on the hole. And then we went out to 110 yards out and we had a closest to pin competition. So, I mean, we got like 15, 20 minutes of like great entertainment.
So did you miss any of the speeches or anything like that?
No, this was post speeches, post dinner, post everything.
So like they're setting up for the dance situation.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That is the perfect time to do it. I think it'd be great for you guys. I don't trust myself doing that because that's a recipe for me to ruin the bride's day. Like I'm sending a ball right into the cake or something like
But
that.
no, everyone is inside at this point. So
Okay.
it was an inside wedding venue.
Send it through a window.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we got to the wedding a little bit early. And I was just like walking around in the grass, like behind where all the chairs were, because the wedding was outside. I was looking under the evergreen trees. I was looking, there was like some tall fescue, like 50 yards behind the chairs. Found 5 balls.
Nice.
And I guarantee you people hit them over there and they're like, not even going to go look for that.
Yeah, because they don't want to get close to the wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, overall, a lot of golf that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The spur of the moment, we'll call it a hole of the day. Sure. Just happened to be at the wedding. Was probably one of the funnest parts of the weekend.
Yeah, that's a great time to golf too.
Yeah,
it's a cool. The sun looks great. Did you go swap shoes or did you golf in your regular wedding shoes?
Oh, we golfed in our wedding attire. I had a nice button-up shirt tucked into some dress pants with my brown dress shoes and brown belt.
2 pars and a bogey's really good for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just like sounds like what Matt used to just normally golf.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yep.
It's those spur of the moment rounds that they end up to be your best rounds. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel that.
Not that I played a round, I played a hole.
You played 1 hole. I mean, that counts as kind of like a 1-hole round. We used to do 1-hole scrambles.
And we were walking. We had beer in hand. We were walking. We just had 4 clubs and 6 balls. It was fucking awesome, dude.
Highly recommend that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So those are just the best memories in general. Those spur of the moment things.
I have a wedding this weekend. No golf course, but I might bring the clubs anyway.
I mean,
just hit into the concession.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you are at the age, late 20s, I don't really care what age you are. If you're going somewhere, put the clubs in the back. Because, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You don't use them.
I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday. Bring in my clubs.
I would. I mean, if you got some downtime and there's like a 3-hole par 3 loop.
Yeah, or even just like a hole in the concrete, I could putt.
100%.
Or I got a coffee cup.
Or you could putt in the hotel room. I've done that before. That's a lot of fun.
There we go.
That's how you get those extra reps in. That's how you get better.
Yep.
Yep. So, I mean, it was a sweet weekend. We had a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of college buddies. Some of them who haven't left college yet, which, I'm kind of, whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You do you. But, overall, I mean, I played a lot of golf.
It's good.
I know.
I'm glad you did. We needed content.
I had to. We needed
something to talk about today.
I know. I needed some stories to tell, and I wish I had like some really, really cool stories for you, but I mean, it was filled with a lot of team morale, a lot of 6 birdies on the 4-man scramble. Spur of the moment, hole of the day outside the wedding venue. It doesn't really get much better than that.
It's like a sore dick. You can't beat it.
I think you
Wow.
could if you really tried.
We're leaving that in.
Oh,
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
that
we're
is the most
rolling right now.
dad joke I've ever heard you say. That's rough.
I got that joke from my dad.
Really?
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Pass it down generations.
Speaking of passing it down generations, I also have one golf story from this weekend. Just one quick one. I did not go to Old Man Ironman. I had some family stuff come up and I had to make a decision, spend the weekend with my family or go to the Old Man Ironman. And I chose the family.
It's a pretty easy decision.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I didn't waste the weekend with the family. I took my 2-year-old mini golfing for the first time. So he went regular golfing before he went mini golfing. And the highlight of this, first of all, he does not understand that there's putting involved. And
He doesn't understand touch.
Yes. He just wants to hit the shit out of that ball as far as he can.
Yep.
So the first hole is just super straight, normal ass hole number 1 at a mini putt course.
Yep.
Hammers it straight as an arrow, bounces off the bricks, comes back, bounces off another bricks, hits the cup, bounces straight up. I'm like, he's going to get a fucking hole in one
What?
on his first ever shot. Drops, lands 2 inches from the cup.
Did he blast it by on his second shot?
No, he just went up there and fucking kicked it in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he kicked it.
Yeah.
That's illegal. I don't think you can do that.
Nope. So he ended up having to take a 3.
Now, okay. Is there a rule behind that? Like if you just wanted to boot in a putt from 3 inches away, can you actually do that?
Yeah, there's a penalty to that. You have to put it back and hit it putt again.
You
with
have
like
to use
penalty.
a club.
Yeah.
That is a great question. I kind of always wondered if you can use like any part of your body besides obviously throwing it. You probably can't throw it.
I mean,
No,
if
you can't.
If you have a big enough, if you
If you got that thing on you,
if you got that
thing hang
dang-a-lang,
low, maybe wobble to the flow.
maybe you could putt with that.
Maybe you can't.
Okay.
It's like if you see
you
people
can't, Tyler. You can't.
right? I'd have to get down.
You can't,
lay
but
down
I can.
on my stomach. But you can't. Like you've seen golfers like accidentally move it with their foot.
Yeah.
Like bump their ball with their foot. It's a 2-stroke penalty. Put the ball back where it was.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
So he went from having his first ever birdie to getting to 3 because I pulled the rule book on him.
Interesting.
Way to keep the game alive.
Hey, I got to teach him integrity early.
That is correct. If you start teaching him if you don't start teaching him the rules right away, he's never going to learn them.
Yeah, he also has no spatial awareness. If he went first, he was standing right in your fucking way when you needed to putt.
I mean, well, okay. Next step is you teach him not to step in people's line.
I
understand
know.
he's 2.
I know. I was trying to hammer it home. It took 18 holes for him to finally figure it out. You should have seen the look on his face. 18 at mini golf courses, it's the PVC pipe instead of a bottom. When that ball disappeared, he about shit his pants.
No way.
He was losing his mind. He's like shoving his arm down there. He had no idea. He's like, what kind of sorcery is this?
Actually, bring a 2-year-old with, he maybe get his arm down there.
He reached pretty damn far. He didn't get all the way though.
Also, where do those balls go?
There's like a little tunnel that leads to a giant bin, and then they just go and sort them later.
Where's the bin? Is the bin underground?
So the tube goes underground, and then the bin is right off. Right, you've been to this mini golf course. It's right.
I know
there.
I have.
Yeah, you'll see it. There's like a little wooden hinge, little latch, then you can go in there.
But how does it come back up?
I don't know. It's good.
Gravity, right?
Maybe it just only goes down.
It must.
Yeah, maybe it's just a really deep hole.
Okay.
How was his
Interesting.
temperament throughout the round?
Oh, great.
He stayed level-headed?
Yep, very cool.
That's good.
He still just didn't want. He hammered the ball every single time, no touch whatsoever.
He wasn't interested in any lessons from you or anything.
No,
like
he
that?
just kept hitting it past the hole, and then he'd get frustrated, pick the ball up, set it next to the hole, and then kick it in.
I know that game.
Yep,
So you beat him
barely.
single-handedly, just
Yep.
smoked him.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to be smoking my kids.
Yeah.
Now, my wife and I have been talking about this because we're having a child next month. I'm not like, I'm a baseball guy, right? I played baseball in college. Not to brag, but
That's so cool.
but now I'm obviously a big time golfer. And if they're during the same time of year, springtime,
Mhm.
my kid wants to play golf, I'm going to let him
Yeah.
because it's a sport you can play for the rest of your life. But I'm not going to let him beat me until he actually earns that win.
In golf, yeah.
Correct.
You let him hit dingers off you, throwing the ball in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
though.
Just 100%. I mean, I'm not gonna just blow every ball by him so he can't even touch
That
it.
would be pretty funny.
I mean,
corners.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, just like throwing like 2 seamers in on him and just get right into the hands. I'm not going to do that, but I won't let him beat me on the golf course.
Yeah, that's smart. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's a rite of passage.
There's really only one person I'll let beat me on the golf course, Tyler.
Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to save the
yep.
the mood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you guys didn't know, I did beat him the other day.
Mhm.
We had a horse shit front nine, both of us, and then I beat him on the back. So
That's good.
yeah, I mean,
Gotta humble him.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I haven't bumped up my lessons at all. They've just been staying level headed. I'm like, hey, you duff one off the tee on a par 5, lay up, chip one close, putt in for par. Easy as that.
Yep. Course management.
All right,
No one needs to be a hero.
No, exactly. Yeah. Let's take a quick break, Tyler. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about We Don't Know Yet.
Oh, want to hear Matt's golf story?
Oh, yeah.
Matt's got a good one.
Don't say anything.
Zip it, Matt.
My lips are sealed.
Shut up.
All right, break.
Okay, I know I said that there was like 4 different parts that were the funnest part of the weekend, but the entire weekend was the funnest part of the weekend. So,
okay.
What a great weekend.
It was like, it was the funnest weekend ever.
The funnest.
Honestly,
which is not a word, I don't think.
I can't tell if you had a good time or not.
I had a great time. You know why I had a great time? 4-man scrambles.
Oh, what about?
They're the best.
What about golfing during a wedding?
That was also fun. First time I've ever done that before. Check that one on the list. Got that done on my next project. Matt.
Yes.
You golfed with an old guy.
So yeah, I went out
this last weekend.
I did. It was the funnest time you could ever imagine.
You golfed with an old guy?
Was it actually the funnest time?
It was the best golf I've ever played in my life.
Why? Why do you think that is?
I think I have a theory behind that. When you're playing with people you don't know, you tend to play a little bit better.
There's no pressure.
And you're just a little bit more focused because you're not focused on conversation with that person.
It's also the first time in a minute I have not golfed with a camera pointed at me.
Okay, that's fair.
That does play a big difference.
It does.
Like, think about how much better we play at League than we do when the cameras are on.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I went out. I just wanted to do a little solo Friday morning, 9 holes. Went out, got paired with this guy named, I believe his name was Randy.
Okay.
And originally I was kind of bummed because I just wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time out. Randy the Rando.
Yeah, Randy the Rando.
What are the?
That couldn't have worked out any better.
I think so. I think it was Randy, but yeah, let's just for the sake of the story, his name is Randy. And I was a little bummed at first because I was gonna throw my AirPods in, listen to the new Post Malone album, have myself a morning.
Hell yeah, that actually sounds sick.
I was excited about it, but then he came up and I was like, yeah, you know what, Randy, let's do this.
So did he ask to play with you, or did you get paired up together?
We got paired up together.
Okay.
We both had the same 7 a.m. tee time, and I was gonna let him go through, but then there was another person behind me, so it was just gonna be a cycle.
Yep.
And a beautiful morning. Could not ask for a better morning. And I told him like, hey, I'm still kind of new. So like, if you want to like go ahead of me and like move on without me, go for it. Just kind of hoping that would be the case. But I ended up like being better than him. And I know.
Did you win your first match?
I guess technically.
Holy shit,
technically I did.
You beat Randy.
I did beat Randy. But Randy was like he wasn't super old. He's probably like 80s though. He's definitely retired.
Holy
That is
That's old.
Is it? I'm so bad at judging age.
That's
though.
like the average lifespan of a human is like 89 or something.
Was he walking or riding?
We were both walking. We
Okay.
both had
Good
push
for
carts.
Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he said like he likes to go play in the morning because his buddies usually like to play when it's too hot in the afternoon.
Nice.
So we were doing that together, and yeah, like I got a 47, which
Fuck yeah, Matt.
Considering 2-3 weeks ago I was like a 74 on 9.
Yeah.
Massive improvement.
It's like
So if you
it's
replicate,
almost 30 shots improvement.
Yeah.
Was it the same course?
No, it was Prairie Wood.
Okay.
And
if you were to replicate that through 18 holes, you shot mid 90s.
I think 94.
94.
When I did the math. And
Yep.
the last 2 holes I collapsed too. I'm starting to realize I think I got like 6 holes of great focus in
Wait,
me.
I thought the last hole was the easiest, Matt.
Yeah. Well, technically for him, the last hole is number 9. So
Yep.
Yeah, if it was 18, it would have been
You'd have been
donezo
easy
for me.
toast.
yeah,
Okay.
mark a birdie down.
Exactly.
Circling on the scorecard.
But yeah, I had like I don't want to brag, but I rolled right past a hole-in-one opportunity. That
Really?
I think it's hole 4, that par 3 on Prairie Wood.
Yep.
That's
longish.
I
That's
think
hole
so.
3.
Is it 3? That's my favorite hole I think in all of golf. I had probably 3 of my 8 best shots in my life on that hole.
Really?
That's the really short one by the houses.
Yes, the houses are on the left or whatever.
Yep.
Did that. I still have not gotten a birdie. I missed 2 decently makeable birdie putts. So I'm still chasing that.
Hey, but
That's gonna happen
what
soon.
was the goal I set for you at the beginning? You're 45?
55.
Fuck yeah, you smashed that,
I did.
Matt.
I should have kept the scorecard, but yep, got a 47. Super excited about myself.
Do you have Randy verify the scorecard?
I should have, but we did that. We did the hat taking off and shaking hands thing.
I was just gonna ask that.
Love doing that.
Did he ask you to play with him again?
No, damn it. There wasn't much conversation besides like where each other's balls were and stuff like that. But he was super nice. Like he would help me find my ball, or like we'd wait for each other, stuff like that. But yeah, just a general great time. I'm gonna go out again this Friday morning and hopefully see him again. I should have got his number or something.
How do you get an 80-year-old man's number?
I think you just ask.
Like,
I don't
hey,
even know
Randy,
if he has a number.
Can I have your phone number?
Can I get your landline?
God, I feel like someone that old has a lot of like good stories to tell.
I know.
About that. He's probably been playing golf for a long time. And that's, if I was in that situation, I think I would have dug a little bit deeper and I would have tried to maybe spark some conversation with him.
I think that's easier to say now, but like when you're in the moment.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
It's a little
Especially if you're not rushed and there isn't a group in front of you. There's not a lot of downtime at the tee box.
That's true.
Yeah, we were always moving. We're never waiting for anyone.
Sure. And if you're not playing good cart golf together, it's hard to get that in.
Yeah, we were pretty separated, but yeah, like pretty much every shot went like where I want. They all went straight. If anything, just like a little short, but just night and day difference in terms of even just how I felt.
Yeah.
Like these last 2 weeks, I've probably been like the most confident, except for today. Today was my first like bad round since league, I would say. Everything else had been like breaking like my previous best up until today.
Oh, yeah.
Have you figured out, are you a morning golfer or an afternoon, evening golfer?
I might be morning.
I think I am too.
These last ones
too.
have been morning.
Mornings for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly think I probably shouldn't be drinking while I golf. I think I play better when I don't.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The moment you get any sort of substance, whether that is booze or the devil's lettuce or nicotine, whatever, I feel like things just tend to collapse a little bit.
I think my focus
earlier.
just shifts into I want to do more of that, more of the drinking, more cigar smoking, whatever.
The more
it is.
substances I put into my body, the better golfer I am.
But it's a sweet spot. Right?
I found out at that scramble that apparently my sweet spot is just keep going.
No shit.
The sweet spot is the next one.
We talked about it. Is the more I drank, the better I got.
But I'm talking sweet spot as an individual golfer.
Yeah, I couldn't find mine. I was trying to reach the sweet spot, and I just kept getting better the more booze I pounded.
Did you actually do better, or is that just like the fantasy you played in your head?
I told you this. We were 5 over on the front, and we were 3 under on the back. Or 2 under on the back. I don't remember, but we played way better on the back, and that was because we gave up after the front, and we were like, "Fuck it, we're way out of the race. Let's just be the most drunk." And then we all played really, really well, me included.
Actually makes me a little bit concerned.
Yeah, so then we got in the truck. I'm not lying. We got in the truck, and I was shit-canned. I fell asleep, and then they woke me up in the truck when they were ready to like eat food.
God, there's nothing worse.
So you slept in the truck?
Yeah, on the way home, because the course is like 30 minutes from the Airbnb. Yeah. So I got in the truck, fell asleep right away. They went to a grocery store, bought food, got it back to the house, started making the food, and they're like, "Let's go wake Tyler up."
Oh no,
it's actually not a bad position to be in, because then you don't have to do any of the cooking.
I didn't have to pay for the food. I didn't have to cook.
You don't have to cook for 10 guys.
Napped.
It's fucking elite.
See, I hate those like post drinking midday naps though. I wake up so groggy.
Me too.
So out of it.
I came back and took karaoke over.
Okay, well that's good.
Well, that's the thing about getting into the sweet spot. I feel like evening golf is a little bit better for that type of scenario because you can continue slamming the beers later that night.
I agree.
But in the morning, I mean, if you're done at noon, it's like, well, Jesus.
Am I just going to waste the rest? Am I just going to waste the rest of my day? Being slightly drunk. I feel the exact same way. I'd rather drink and like, no, I'm going into more drinking later. In the 100%.
Night. I agree. Well, that's sweet, Matt.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're gonna get some types of DMs for this this episode. Yeah, it was a blast. I'm actually gonna hit the driving range after this. I'm feeling very
crazy son of a bitch.
I got the spark right now.
Okay,
and I thought I'd lose after today.
Don't let that die.
Yeah, today was kind of a rough one for all of us. Do we need to talk about that or?
I don't want.
I mean, speak for yourself. I shot an 82.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were pretty dialed, especially the front nine. I mean, I got a par when I needed it the most during the video.
I shot an 82 on the front. I'm pretty fucking close.
I literally think I lost 25 balls today.
Yeah. So
so bad.
Let me just explain this 82 real quick. It wasn't a legit 82, and I would tell you if it was because that'd be my best score ever.
It's the funnest 82 of your life.
So on one of the holes, I put 2 of them OB, and then my third one. So I'm playing my third ball. I technically birdied my third ball, but I had 2 OB. And then, so I marked it down as a birdie, and I wasn't just keeping score. I was just playing that ball, whatever. And then another guy in our group, Jade, the very next hole, he put 2 OB, and we were kind of playing back and forth against each other. And he said, hey, if you don't make me count those 2 OB, I won't make you count your 2 OB. So we had a mutual agreement to shave strokes off each of our scores in order to keep the competition, like keep it going, keep it fair. So it wasn't a legit. I would have shot.
If you guys would have both just counted them, it still would have been competitive and fair.
It would have, but it made the score a little
It's
bit.
not as
lower.
good for morale.
Gotcha,
Exactly.
gotcha.
So I actually would have shot like an 85.
Okay.
With three more strokes. Anyway.
I didn't lose hardly any balls, man. I maybe lost 3, but that's because it's tough to lose a ball when you hit the top of it and it goes 40 yards.
Yeah, I was getting concerned about you.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening.
I think you were too focused on video director mode.
Yeah.
I think you were.
That'll happen.
And it sucked because I had a hard out. So like there was a time I knew I had to leave by.
Yeah, you had to
And
come back
we
and
were-
post a video.
We were not close to it.
Yeah. I
You
would
weren't
say
able to focus.
Yeah.
there needs to be at least an hour or 2 hour buffer between when your round is supposed to end and when you have your next obligation.
Yes, I would agree with that 100% because it's always in the back of your mind. If you're trying to butt golf up to something important,
Doesn't work.
you cannot do it. Just only golf 9 then.
Because maybe you golfed 9 holes in an hour 20 by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So now every 9 holes you golf, you think you can golf in an hour
Yep.
20 with 3 other guys.
Mhm.
It doesn't work.
I do that exact same thing. Or there's times where I think like, oh, I could fit 9 in an hour. Just like if I just go
Yeah.
a little bit faster, but
Yeah.
then you end up taking more time because you have to
Right.
chase after shots that went left and right everywhere.
Well, and it's almost like the whole getting a text that will ruin your round.
Yep.
If you have a deadline and you need to be somewhere at the end of your round, it's almost the same sort of feeling.
Yeah.
You're just like a tiny little bit of dread in your stomach.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. Like, I got to hurry this up. There's groups behind us. I've got to move and I'm hitting like shit. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah. I always tend to tell my wife that the round is going to end like 30 minutes to an hour before it actually does, because I have this thought in my head, like, 18 holes with 2 guys is only going to take 3.5 hours
Mhm.
when it actually takes 4, a little
Yep.
over 4, depending on what the pace of play is on the course. So I kind of just screw myself from the beginning.
Yeah. So I've just started telling Becca that it's going to take 5 hours.
It's a good call.
So she just thinks 5 hours is the standard for 18 holes, and she doesn't listen to the podcast. So I'm safe. You guys take that
There
advice.
you go.
Do what you want with it.
Yeah.
Tell your wife if you're just getting into golf or your significant other that 18 holes takes 5 hours, 9 holes takes 2.5.
There's
then-
literally zero harm in rounding up.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
So like if you're home early, great.
Yeah.
And if you're done early and you don't want to go home, you got another hour.
Boom. You got another hour to hit the 19th hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's a great way to look at it.
So yeah, do that. If you're just starting, if your wife already knows you're fucked, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have
That's
to
your
live
bad.
with your own
Yeah.
mistake.
Get a new wife, something like that.
That's your only option.
If you think about it, 5 hours is a long time to be doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We were out there for 4.5 today, I'd say.
450.
The only
450.
Yeah.
We were also shooting videos and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
the only thing I've done for 5 hours straight in the last 5 years is sleep.
You haven't even worked.
Sleep
for
and
5.5
watch
hours?
watch a
Hell no.
Netflix show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But
Binge-
even that still, are you really watching a show for 5 hours?
No,
You're on your
God, no.
phone.
you're taking breaks. You're in between episodes. You're getting food.
Yeah, I'll watch UFC fights for about a month and a half ago. I watched them for 8 hours straight.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Yeah. 4 p.m. to midnight.
That's
That's
a lot.
insane.
I mean, it was a great card.
But
Yeah, I was dialed in. And
elite.
I had a parlay that stretched across the entire card, so I had
You
to
had
stay there
skin
and
in the
watch.
game.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think I could like passively do something because that's like kind of more of active watching.
Yeah.
Like you're making money, ideally.
Yep.
Did you end up winning?
I ended up
Okay.
I ended up breaking even, little loss.
Yeah. No
But-
worries.
Okay, so the 5 hour rule. I think that's a good rule by you,
Yep.
Tyler.
Thank you.
Let's transition a little bit over to the professional golf side, which we don't talk a whole lot about, but there's a lot of drama shaking up here
Yep.
in professional golf. DJ, he gone.
Bye-bye. Kevin, nah more. That was terrible.
Kevin is not
I
more.
hate myself. I'm going home.
These guys are going to the live.
Yeah.
They're gonna live big.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna live with big paychecks. Hundreds of millions of dollars. I just heard Tiger got offered upwards of $1 billion.
Yeah. Which is insane. $1 billion.
I wonder in that contract they sent to him, if there's a specific amount of tournaments he has to play in, because if it was just like, hey, you play in 3 tournaments, I mean,
sign me the fuck.
But
up.
it's a legacy thing.
Yeah.
If he goes to the Live, his legacy is tampered.
I don't know.
It 100% is.
I don't think it does.
I do. Do you, Matt?
I think when you're Tiger Woods, legacy is more important than money at this point, because what else does he need money for?
Who can blame him for taking $1 billion paycheck to play 3 rounds of golf or 3 tournaments?
And 3 rounds is a complete guess, so we're just throwing that out there.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy because I saw a graphic. I'll need to fact check to make sure this is true, but apparently this $125 million that Johnson got is more than Tiger's like career winnings in total.
Damn.
That is absurd.
I mean, $125 million. You take 34% of that for taxes.
Still,
it's a lot of.
Does that matter when you're playing like internationally? Like, there's taxes involved.
I don't know.
I bet there's some weird loopholes.
I don't know.
And I'm not a tax, like, I don't know a damn thing about taxes.
I don't either.
I don't even want to try to figure them out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know April 15th, you got to have
file them.
Not if you file an extension, you get to October 15th. Done that many times in my life.
And then the USGA just came out and said that these Live players can golf in USGA tournaments. So like the Open over in England or Scotland or wherever it's at, these guys can play in that tournament.
Yes, but they cannot play in the President's Cup or the Ryder's Cup, correct?
God, that sucks.
Yeah, so DJ can never be on Team USA again.
So Tyler,
or at least this next season.
We can say, well, he's not getting back into the PGA.
Yeah.
We can say that we saw DJ play his last Ryder Cup.
That's true.
We saw Phil walking down the fairways of the Ryder Cup. He ain't going to be there.
Nope.
Maybe.
I wonder if they'll ever let DJ coach.
No, I doubt it.
I think he's kind of burned that bridge. I think it's one of those things where you take the money and quite literally run.
Yeah.
I respect it though.
Yeah.
Hey, you do what's best for you and your family.
Chase the bag.
100%.
Phil finally apologized.
Did he?
Did.
Yep. He put out a long apology letter.
But he didn't really apologize.
It's a classic sports apology.
Yeah,
who wrote it?
Sorry.
Phil or his PR team?
PR team. 100%.
God, I hate that.
I bet you though, Phil, they actually had him apologize in the original, and then Phil made some edits to just
He's like, I'm actually not that sorry. Did you see the $200 million they're giving me? There's
or he just signed it at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he probably didn't even sign it. It was probably just like, it was
stupid stamp.
It was stamped, or they just pulled it.
Pull it off. Throw his logo on there.
Insert image on Microsoft Word.
Yep.
Pretty much. Copy paste.
Phil, no one wants to read that. That's way too long.
Rory McIlroy made a good statement when asked about the players, like the players field of the Saudi League. And he said, wow, like that's quite the exciting lineup they got going there. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I really kind of like that because in reality, Kevin Na, Louis Oosthuizen, Dustin Johnson is the biggest grab there. Phil will be fun to watch. Taylor Gooch, these guys. God, who else was a couple older guys? Bernd Weisberger is in the Saudi League.
Did it?
Bernd?
Oh yeah, he wasn't gonna fucking win on the PGA.
Bernd Wiesberger.
And the reason I'm so the reason I'm dogging right now is because he never messaged us back.
Yeah, fuck you, Bernd. I didn't mean that. If you want to come on the pod, you can whenever you want.
I mean, yeah. Maybe.
We'll have some questions for you.
Yeah,
though.
Definitely. So we got a lot of stuff shaken up in the professional golf world.
See any big names on there?
Sergio.
Sergio Garcia.
Louis Oosthuizen. Bernd. There's Bernd right
Ian
there.
Poulter.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, classic. He's
your doppelganger.
Who was the guy who we said is going to be like our new guy, like the young guy who says
Zalatoris.
Yeah, I'm not seeing his name.
No,
he's staying.
He's too young.
All the young guys are staying.
All the old guys are
makes
leaving.
more sense for them.
Yep.
Right? It makes sense for the old guys to go there when they kind of know their time is probably done.
This is the last money they're going to get for playing golf.
Yeah, you might as well cash out.
Unless they want to end up doing Greg Norman commercials or something.
Yeah, but I do respect Tiger for not going because I do respect like the legacy thing. I mean, it's so much easier to say like when you're not being offered $120 million, like from my perspective.
He was getting offered more than that.
Yeah, so it's a lot
9
easier.
figures.
Like a lifetime.
They said high
thing.
9 figures, right?
Yeah,
so that's
high
like,
9 figures.
What it had to be 750 mil, right?
I don't know.
God, that's insane.
Hard to speculate. So we got a lot of shit shaken up. It's good to see some drama going down with these country club. I feel like the people who are running the PGA are just a bunch of country club guys.
I hope
who
this
are
maybe
just,
puts a little fire under their ass. Maybe they loosen up their restrictions, because I think one of the biggest sticking points that are making these golfers leave is the PGA basically owns them.
Yep.
Like they can't sell their swing. They can't sell their like. Who was saying? You were saying that like when people guest on Golf Page's videos, they can't show the swing on the YouTube video.
Yeah. Yep. Unless they get like written permission or something like that.
Yeah.
So riddle me this, Tyler. I don't know if that's
No, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Riddle me this. Is Phil Mickelson to the PGA like Jake Paul is to the UFC? Complaining about fighter pay, complaining about player pay.
A disruptor.
He's disrupting the monopoly of the PGA.
No, because Jake Paul is not a former UFC fighter.
True.
Or a current UFC fighter. This is coming straight from inside it. Jake's just on the outside looking in.
That's true.
With a few insider tips, like he knows some of the fighters.
I mean, but that's all public record what they're getting paid.
Yeah. But I just think Phil is in the shit. Like he's had it happen to him,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do agree with what you're saying. Like it's a huge name that's coming in and questioning a league that has not been, like poking a bear that has not been poked.
Yep.
Also, Jake Paul would never apologize.
No, that's
even
true.
half-ass apologize.
No. Yeah, a little difference between a professional golfer, a legend, and a former YouTuber.
Yes.
A future legend, as I like to say.
Oh, he's going to play in the NFL now, so.
That's what I've heard. Safety for the Browns is what he's going for. But he wants to do 10 boxing fights. Probably knock out McGregor once and then hop over.
Okay. We're not going to get in fight talk. Otherwise, we won't stop.
Let's go home.
Okay. We're going to wrap this podcast up. Guys, thanks again for listening into episode 88 of the Double Bogey Show. As always, we'll see you next week.
Got some vids dropping soon.
Oh, yeah. Lots of cool new vids coming out. Stay tuned. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.